Hello, 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 everyone. We're going to give this a moment here to make sure we are getting the notification out and the algorithm's a chance. I see a few people have dropped in already, a few questions. So we're going to get started with no delay. But there it is. All right, we have sound. We have sound. All right. Hello, hello everyone and welcome to your live Q&A. These are free tarot and oracle readings, little mini readings. Everyone that joins gets to ask one question or put one theme in the comments and I will work through them for the hour that I'm here. I appreciate any thumbs up on the video. That will help us get out there to more creators. And we're really going to enjoy this and go in tonight and just have a good time with answering your questions. I do want everyone to mark their calendars for the January live Q&A, which will be on Sunday, January the 11th, and then Sunday, January 25th from 7 to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then also, just a reminder that I'm live here for Collective Messages and Community Hangout every Friday for Frequency Friday at 10 a.m. Central, as well as Tarot and Tea with the psychic weather forecast is going out every Tuesday. So make sure you set that notification bell to all so you don't miss a beat. Nancy's here. Hello, Nancy. I got messages from Maria Selentine and Girl Gone. I'm going to start with Girl Gone. I'm just going to work down the list. Maria Smith, you may also ask a question, one question or theme per person. Absolutely. Drop that in the chat. I will work my way down here. We're going to start with Girl Gone. She has asked, what is next for my gifts coming in? What is next for my gifts coming in? I'm going to turn to the Crystal Visions Tarot here for you, Girl Gone, and we're going to take a look at that for you. Ooh, okay. All righty, all right. What is next for you, Girl Gone, with your gifts coming in? Okay, I'm also going to get a cosmic energy card, oracle card for you as well. I got you, Nancy. Coming towards you, January. Yeah, 29, 26, quite a ways out. We'll go with 2026. I got you. Maria Smith, I see you wrote, oh, is it? I'm sorry, not Maria, Marissa. I still have my mind on Maria, which was the previous querent there. Okay. Marissa, feel free to drop your question in the chat. Absolutely. Sorry about that. Okay. So, Girl Gone, what's next for your gifts coming in? I really feel like there's quite explosive energy coming in for you with your gifts. You got the Tower card. This is shocking. I think it's going to feel even shocking to you how your gifts, your talents, your abilities, specifically, I'm getting like I want to say even like a bit of telepathy or where you kind of feel like you might be able to read other people better than you have before. So an increase in those types of psychic abilities. It may feel overwhelming at first with the tower coming in here. So do prepare yourself. The tower, when we see this kind of energy come in, we know it's kind of connected to the planet of Uranus. It can be rather shocking. And so you might want to get a little extra grounded as you begin to experience these new energies in your gifts. And this is all part of the process. There's nothing wrong here, but it will probably come along with a breakdown of all of the things and that you thought were true about psychic gifts and abilities. I think you have a very unique way of processing and understanding the information around you. So it'll be interesting for you to take your own path with that. Now, the other card you got here, Girl Gone, is the Nine of Swords. And honestly, I get quite a physical feeling for you with this, that as these new gifts are coming out, like there's a lot of activity, a lot of neural activity going on. Do be careful of like headaches or making sure you get enough sleep, right? So, really giving the brain a chance to rejuvenate in those subconscious times when you're asleep, and really resetting the nervous system is going to be particularly important for you, right? That tower energy in the Nine of Swords might leave you a bit ungrounded. And like I said, it's very shocking, big, a lot of information coming in. So, do be sure to take good care of yourself, especially your mental faculties, your mind, your nervous system during this time. Now, you also got for your oracle message here growth. Growth is a journey, and you are invited to trust every step. I love how we're seeing kind of like this beautiful image of a tree of life, so to speak, and growing out, and it's kind of growing out of the water, and there's a reflection there. I think you're going to have a really nice ability and opportunity to really see how far you've come and how far you can continue to stretch. Big things are ahead for you. It's going to be a lot of energy coming through. So, as long as you're prepared for that and reach your arms and open up to it, you can trust this. This is part of your path. This is who you're meant to evolve into. So, it's looking good there, Girl Gone. Thank you so much for coming on and asking a question this evening. I see some other people dropping in. Simran, hello. I got Ashley, hello. All right, Marissa, I see your question dropped in, and Simran's asking for a general reading. Okay, I'm going to go right down in order. We've got Girl Gone, and now I'm going to go back up to Maria Celentine or Celentine. I'm not sure how you say that. And you are wondering, what do I feel will happen between you and your ex, Philippe? You were 9 years together. Wow, that's a significant amount of time. It was a heavy relationship and a hard one. I don't know what to do. He used to look at nude pictures of other women. It made me jealous. He's still pointing out that he'd like to do something intimate with other women that don't look like me. Interesting. All right, let's look at this energy with Philippe here. Ooh, okay. Okay. All right. This is very interesting what's coming out so far. I would like to go ahead and also get an oracle card for you from the Elemental Oracle to do with this relationship and what you need to know, Maria, because that can be very unsettling. Okay. Interesting. Sometimes when I do these readings and I'm reading for individuals, themes start to come through. So we have a little bit of a theme coming in with the oracle card. So with Philippe's energy here, let me go to this side because it's a little easier to see. I normally don't read in reverse. Somehow this card got reversed in my deck. The rest of the cards are upright. This one just happened to come out like this. What I want to say is that Philippe's will, like his will force energy, is very weak. All right. I don't think he carries the kind of masculine energy that you are really looking for. I don't doubt that there is and was love there and present, and that there was a connection. But I think that who you are, Maria, and where you're going, you're going to need a stronger man than him. Somebody that has their focus in the right place, their will force energy in the right place, not someone who feels the need to go elsewhere for any kind of attractive purposes or needs to utilize any substances or anything like that to distract themselves from their partnership and their relationship and just their ownership. He just doesn't seem to have a strong will. He may present like he does, all right, but I just want to clarify that that's really the ego speaking. With the strength coming in reverse like this is Leo energy in reverse, and that's kind of that ego run wild. All right, so he's trying to satisfy the needs of his ego, not the needs of you or the relationship. So what I would suggest here, what the universe is suggesting here, is in this beautiful Six of Cups energy. This is where you have to look to yourself, caring for yourself. The Six of Cups could indicate that, yes, you're maybe feeling a bit nostalgic, or maybe feeling like you want to look back into this connection. I do think this connection was part of your growth process. I do think it's part of your growth process. And you have grown. You have grown from this experience, but I think it's time for you to grab that younger version of you and integrate her into your heart and continue on your way. The Six of Cups does indicate with the six there that you can be successful with this. I really feel like even though your focus might be on Philippe now, if you continue to look inward and trust yourself on this journey, you're going to open up to a much greater love and a man who has more strength, a stronger will, a stronger focus on the connection. And that's what you're really desiring. That's what your heart desires, and also that's what you deserve. So here's where the theme, the first two questions here, different types of questions, but we have a theme here of growth. And you got the number 19 card, growth. And here it says plants. And so you might enjoy just kind of buying yourself some flowers, buying yourself some nice plants, adding some things around your home. This can represent you growing into the attractive forces where you're going to be drawing in someone who is stronger, because we do have like a what it looks to be like a moose character here, but instead of the typical moose horns, we have the tree growing up. And so this is beautiful energy for you to uh, carry it forward with you. This could also represent, I do kind of get the feel of like a masculine energy here. All right. So this could be representative of the type of man that you're growing towards. Okay. So this represents a new energy coming in. And I think, you desire and deserve someone stronger. And that means not just physical strength, but emotional strength, the maturity, right? Growing into something mature with someone. And I just don't, it doesn't look like, it didn't feel like Philippe was able to be in that space right now in his evolution. And you are. And that's where you have to kind of distinguish that energy for yourself. Okay. Yes, Nancy, so nice to see you. Nancy is asking, moving along. Thank you so much, by the way, Maria. I keep rolling into the energies here. Nancy says, "Can you tell what is coming toward me in January 2026?" Great question. My last Frequency Friday, if y'all didn't catch it, I did talk about December 2025 and January 2026, and did a little predictive energy look there. But in the middle, we looked at the concept of the 13th month and the in between space, the liminal zone. So that was a really good one. If you catch that last Frequency Friday, it's reminding me, Nancy, as you said, January, because you're looking for what's coming for you individually in January 2026. All right, let's get you a couple cards. I'm using the Gilded Tarot Royale here, and I'm really loving it. I'm going to go to the Cosmic Energy here. Woo. And I'm getting a sense of like hunger, right? And sometimes when I'm doing these readings, I will kind of sense different sensations in my body that might indicate something, Nancy, something you're hungry for, something that you want to strengthen or, actually bring in as sustenance in your life. And so we're gonna hold on to that energy as I do this part of the reading for you. You got the Empress. I really feel this is a card of you just really embracing and feeling your wholeness, really like feeling into where your edges are, allowing yourself to be unapologetically and boldly yourself, but in this beautiful, gentle strength kind of way, this loving kind of way, this nurturing kind of way. We have all these creatures that are kind of congregating around the Empress. She's got the astrological wheel behind her. That could also indicate that perhaps You're going to be looking into your own Venus energies here, which we have in the symbol, or you might be diving into some studies about astrology, maybe some more, bringing in some more knowledge about mystery and what you're looking for there. Okay. So, Empress, very powerful card for females, for women. It's a very beautiful energy to be in. It's not an energy of force or, trying to control things. It's very much a receptive energy. And what it is looking like you'd like to receive is a stronger partnership. Now, this can be companionship, this could be intimacy, this can be friendships, but you are looking to receive, and possibly you are looking to receive from the masculine or from masculine characters in your life or partners in your life or whoever that might be. It could be one person, it could be resolution with masculine energies that are like brothers, siblings, other masculine energies, sons, right? So you can look to your family as well. But this is very much an energy where you just want to bring in more heartfelt exchanges. There's no more like, I don't know, what do I wanna say? Like, just, watering things down. You want the full power of expression. You're not mincing words. That unapologetic feeling is coming up again. You're hungry for more depth in your relationships, especially with men, and you're looking to bring those energies closer and closer and closer to you. And I see a quick note. You said my Venus is in Gemini. Yes. And so you're going to see what's up next here too, because so you're calling this in, you're attracting this in January. And true to Gemini form, this is about communication for you. Effective communication is the bridge to understanding and connection. So this is you using the best of those Gemini energies and what you're able to bring to connection, relationship, and looking for that being honored by others. Again, I'm getting this sense like you're not mincing words, you're not, pussyfooting around about what you think, what your opinions are, what you believe, who you are. There's this dedication to the woman you've become, and you're wanting your communication, especially in connection with men, masculine figures, to match that energy. Okay. So there's no pretending here anymore. We're not going to like try to make things gentler for someone, because we're afraid they can't handle it or something like that. It's a very strong and powerful feminine energy that's coming through. And honestly, it really looks like one that's going to enhance your communications and your relationships. Your self evolved Tressa is here. Hello, hello. We are rolling down the pipeline here. And so Ashley is up next. Then I have Marissa, and then I have Simran. Okay, so that's the next three I see, and then I'll continue on here. Ashley, you're looking for a message for your professional life. We're going to use the Gilded Tarot Royale. Okay, so here we are. We're living life and career and work and that kind of thing. Professional career is a thing we must have a look at. Oh wow. Wow, you definitely have you definitely have some fresh energies on the horizon here. I'm going to go with the elemental oracle for you here too. This is definitely up for you. So, this is beautiful. Sometimes the universe redirects us if we're not asking the right question. In your case, you're asking a question of something that is very powerfully up for you. So I can tell you've really put, a lot of thought into this. You've already been thinking about it. You got that temperance card. You got that temperance card. And we went into this. Didn't we go into this in, I think we went into it in Tarot and Tea last Tuesday. This is the Sagittarius card. And it's beautiful for when you're thinking about your goals. So, something is very important in your professional life about goal setting. So, keep that in mind. There's going to be, and I'm getting the sense of like Ashley to say, Don't shortchange yourself. Really shoot for the stars. Don't yeah, you may have like your bottom line of what you're looking for, whether it be pay or the type of work environment, how you express yourself. You have a bottom line, but I'm really getting this sense to tell you to reach and stretch into something more here. That's the energy that's coming up here. I think you're working very well with these mutable energies that are going on astrologically right now, and your communication with the universe on this, with your greater being, with creator source, is very, very strong, as represented in this major arcana card. And you got another major arcana card here. That's why I say this is very, very good for you to focus on this right now. And you got the Fool. A brand new beginning is coming in for you. This is where you kind of have maybe had, or you're in the middle of wiping the slate clean and really considering all your gifts, talents, and abilities as they apply to your professional life from a new light, a new perspective, a new cycle opens up. This could have to do with the type of coworkers and managers and bosses that you have. There may have been some issues there in the past, and you've evolved past those. So could represent the environment. You're looking for something that is more fun, that flows better with your life. And now we see here the Fool. This in this depiction is kind of like juggling the astrology signs here. You're looking for something that's a better balance, where you don't have to tiptoe around, you don't have to wonder what's going on. You're the kind of new beginning professionally that you're looking for has much more to do with you finding groundedness and balance in there, rather than things being up in the air, you not knowing what's going on until it's too late, people keeping secrets and things behind closed doors. All that energy is being let go, and the slate is being wiped clean. So when it comes to your goals, don't forget to put in there with this temperance card, which also represents a little bit of patience. But to me, it feels like the patience for you will pay off when it comes to you landing the kind of position you want. Even if you're in a place right now where you're like, I'm okay, I can continue doing this for a little while, these energies are really wanting to work with you and talk to you and have this interaction. And you also got light, sun, and you got the number 6. This is a beautiful card of success. And it's really interesting because we have like a couple of friends here, or it could be like a mother-daughter are sitting together looking at that. So this could represent, a connection to a younger female or someone that you are leading by example, really seeing how you can affect your physical world and your situation with your career, with your professional world here, right? By bringing in your unique light. But the landscape is changing. Look here how the sun is causing this molten lava kind of effect. The landscape is changing. All new energy is being released and transformed here for you. So I think that is a beautiful confirmation of the power of the focus that you have on this right now at this time, Ashley. So, wow. I look forward to hearing how that actually comes to be in your reality. So, keep us posted on this. Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. All right. Yep. And just a reminder, you only have to put your question or your theme in once. I will see it down in the comments. And then if you'd like to acknowledge later, please do that. I don't want to discourage you from acknowledging, but just the one question or the one comment. Okay, so Simran. I've got Simran next. And no. What? Back up. Well, Simran, you put in a couple questions, but I've got you, then Marissa. Okay. All right. Simran, can you have a general reading? And I think that's what both your messages say. Okay. So we're giving Simran a general reading. I always ask for your highest and best energies to be revealed here to us now. What does Simran need to know right now? Oh, wow, some more powerful energies. We're going to go to the Cosmic Energy Oracle deck here. Things seem to be heating up for you, Simran, and really moving. There is maybe an area of your life that is changing, that is in, it may be changing rapidly, or it may begin to change, possibly at the turn of the year or even the season, winter into spring. I feel like this kind of like, more than 1 month where you're going to be going through these energies. You got two major arcana cards too. The first one up is the Chariot, connected to the sign of Cancer. It's about forward momentum, right? So if you've been feeling like you're kind of running side to side, not knowing how to move forward, the Chariot comes in and says, I've got news for you. It's time to move. Let's move forward now. So, whatever area of your life you're focused on with this, and it could affect multiple areas, you may be going through some sort of shedding of the old you and a stepping into the new you. And you're going to do so from a stronger place with more control and more foundation already built behind you, which feels like a nice launching pad for you. I do feel that this also connects to your growth, and what you desire. So, right now is a really good time to get clear on what you desire. You got the Sun card as well. This is the happiest card in the deck. We have the astrological wheel showing up again. It's one of the reasons that I love this deck so much. We have all of the planets. This could represent also for you a major astrological transition that you're going through, or transit could have to do with the sign of Cancer, the fourth house energies, or the sun placement that you have as well in your chart. You could have the transiting sun really affecting you. So that might be something interesting that you could look into to see. It seems significant here for you. But where you're moving seems to be opening up. It is changing. It is changing, but it's opening up into a happier energy, a more pleasurable energy for you. And it really feels like you're going to be experiencing a warmth and a comfort from life that maybe you haven't had before. So the universe would really like you, Simran, to embrace this change and welcome all the new possibilities. And again, we have kind of like a sunburst kind of coming up here. Maybe that could be a flower. Maybe that could be a black hole opening up and turning into like a white hole cosmically, and all of this energy is released. The monarch butterfly representing transformation. I think you're going through something that's going to transform you. And again, I get that transiting energy, transformation. You're really going through something big here. And it feels like you're going to have much better control over your life as you go. Okay? So that's what's nice. And I don't mean control in like you're trying to control things kind of way, but just that things line up for you and you're able to organize your life and your patterns and your daily vibe, your daily experience better. Okay, so that is definitely coming up for you. Okay, wonderful. Good evening. Marissa. Okay, and I see some others might be popping into. If I've missed anyone, I will scroll on down. It's first come, first serve. So I'm getting through as many as I can. I see AMs here. I see Aisha. Is that right? Aisha Sharif. Hello, hello, welcome. I hope I said your handle right there. So Marissa, you're up. Will Vaughn, who is a Gemini man, reach out to see you again? We're going to go to the Crystal Visions Tarot for you, Marissa. Will Vaughn, the Gemini man, reach out to Marissa again? Oh, and I'll tell you what else I'm going to get. Let me get a cosmic timing card for you here as well, because it's looking like, yes, he's definitely going to reach out again. That seems pretty solid to me. The question is when. Ooh, okay. All right. My goodness. One thing I'm going to say, Marissa, is this Vaughn appears to be very attracted to you. He's coming in with this King of Wands energy. There's a whole lot of passion here. I feel like what his energy signature is saying is that he really enjoys the time with you. He really enjoys the vibe that the two of you co-create when you're together. And it's a very attractive force to him. And it's more than just a physical attraction, it's like an energetic attraction as well. So it's kind of like all of his brain is being overrun by this really strong attractive force, and I think he really wants to come in and show up for you in a strong way. He really wants to make his mark, like in your zone. He really wants to come in quite powerfully. And um, I think with the King of Wands, sometimes they can get a little big for their britches. So if he kind of overdoes it or gets too pushy or something, just know that he's maybe getting a little into carried away in the energy. Okay. So, but I think he will honor you and what you say and how you respond. So if you need him to cool the engines, absolutely, you can tell him that. I think he will respond well. You also got the Lovers card. This is a major arcana card, a real opportunity for a coming together and a beautiful partnership here, a beautiful relationship between the two of you. Um, it's more than just, the physical attraction. Like I said, there's an energetic component here that Vaughn is really acknowledging and showing me, and you're showing me as well. I love the fact that you're letting Vaughn lead. That seems important. Just, wait for him to make the moves. Let him show you what he's made of here. But I think something beautiful is going to blossom out of this. And as far as him reaching out, you got the card with a little rocket ship here sooner than expected. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if you heard from him in the next 24 hours, to be honest with you. I think you're definitely going to hear from him again, and it's going to be sooner than maybe you thought or where you last left off. So he's definitely thinking about you, right? And with a lot of passion, a lot of passion and energy. So, Marissa, you'll have to let us know how this goes with Vaughn. Good luck with that. I hope it meets all your expectations and lives up to your dreams with that potential there showing up. All right. So we've got up next AM, a general reading for 2026 for AM. Okay, we're going into the Gilded Tarot Royale for you, AM. In terms of focus, okay, in terms of focus, a general reading for 2026 in terms of focus area here. Ooh, okay. For AM, for AM. Okay. Ooh, this is fun. This is looking fun. Let's get you a cosmic energy card as well. Hello, hello, Lauren. Come on in. Please, everyone, drop one question or one theme in the chat. I do first come, first serve. So drop it in, and I go until 8 p.m. Central. I will get to everyone that I possibly can. I will be back on January 11th and January 25th. This is my last Q&A live, unless I decide to do an impromptu one. This is the last one of 2025, so it's very exciting. Okay, AM. Wow, like focus here. All right. So you are meant to enter 2026 with a whole new fire, a whole new way of approaching your life. It feels like you're getting ready to light things up, but in a really fun and expansive kind of way. This, in no way do I feel like this is the kind of fire that's going to cause a lot of conflict or anything like that. It feels like the fire that you hold within yourself is brightening and becoming more integrated into your human experience here, which is really, really fun with this Ace of Wands. You're really going to light the torch and carry the torch into the next year. So it looks like very powerful energy. I can see why you're asking about focus, because that's where it can get a little tricky when you are feeling this building inside yourself. It does need a portal or an outlet to expand into here. And so I think what you're going to have to work on focus wise is actually where do you direct this fire, this energy that's coming up for you? There could be multiple different angles of your life where you could take this, but I would pick one and start with it. The ace represents a one. So I would try to take all this energy you're feeling and focus it into one thing, whether it's like a new creative project or maybe it's your job or home improvements, whatever it is. Okay, could be relationships. Whatever you pick, I would pick the one and kind of focus on that. I think this energy is powerful enough that it could have you like you want to do everything, but to kind of bring it in and focus on one area that really stands out to you. There's something also, maybe this will help clarify. There's something to do with learning, possibly learning something new. You may want to take a course of some kind or expand yourself into, taking a class, returning to some sort of intellectual pursuit that actually complements your ability to take action in the world here. So the Page of Wands comes in, very curious, very willing to learn, and looking to learn things that are actually going to result in transformational energies. Okay. So this is really, I mean, it feels fresh, it feels youthful. You could have that vibe for yourself physically too, where you feel good about your connection with exercise and working out. That's all coming to the forefront. And also, the other thing to focus on, besides channeling this into one thing, right? And just prioritize it. You can still expand the energy later, but prioritize it into the one thing is that this fiery energy is very cleansing for you. It's going to be cleansing for your mind, your spirit, and all along the way, because you are applying all this new energy, make sure that you are clearing out any negative energy. This would include anything that creeps up in your own thoughts, in your own beliefs, in the conscious subconscious, communication there, making sure that you're clearing that out. I do think as you're exploring and putting your energy towards something, a little extra shielding wouldn't hurt, since you're going to be purging a lot of energies. This is normal. It feels like, again, the phoenix rising from the ashes, but it has to burn down first, right? So you're also utilizing this fire as like a cleansing force. Oh my goodness, I need some water. That was a lot of fire, Am. Woo. I need water to cool that off there. Woo. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. Very exciting. Very exciting. Very new energy. Very new. I like it. Okay, and I did Maria already. So you asked about Philippe, and let me move down. Yep, Girl Gone, I did yours. So check the replay. You were first. Nancy or Venus and Gemini. Nice, nice. I'm seeing some of your comments here. I know, aren't these cards fabulous too? All right. Scorpio and Sagittarius. Yep. Yep. Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm going down. Okay. So next up, I have Yourself Evolved, and then I have Aisha Sharif. Okay. All right. So Yourself Evolved is asking, do I continue to not do more and just be, or should I start going down the path of other job opportunities? Okay, let's go to the crystal visions for you there. Maria, I'm sorry, I'm only doing one question per person tonight. Okay, so please come back if you have more questions on January 11th or the 25th. All right, so also, y'all, if you follow me on Instagram, I put a lot in my stories. I sometimes run specials. So at Creators on the Crest on Instagram, be sure to check that out. Watch on here. Sometimes I'll mention it in my other readings. And in the description, I have a link for personal readings. So if there's a lot of different areas you want to explore and you want to go deeper, have a look at that. Okay, Tressa, I'm going to go into Let me do a timing for you. I'm going to do a timing for you because you're asking about, okay, so here you are, you're trying to probably live the soft life, right? You want to work smarter, not harder, and you're asking if you should go down the path of other job opportunities or possibly stay focused where you are. Interesting. We have the King of Wands showing up again, but rather than that being in another person, it shows up in your own energies, and it's coming through in your own yang energies, in your own fire, in your own masculine energy. So action is implied here with the King of Wands, transformative action. And really what I get here is that this will be toward your own business. That is what it feels like to me. So, I know it's always a struggle because sometimes we have to like find something else and put the money in the bank and everything, but there's a strong focus here on igniting the vision, igniting the vision of your current path, of your current business. Now, that's a little bit different energy from not do anything, right? Or do not do more. I think this is a new ignition of something different for you. Now, what that is, I'm not exactly sure, but it looks to be something that's going to be lucrative. You've got the 10 of Pentacles here. This could be you finding something in the short term that complements what you're building in the long term. The energy here seems to be that you need to do what's best for you and for your finances here, but that it needs to complement. So this should be part of your goals and your intention going in. It needs to complement what you're already building and what you've already built. You may be bringing a new fire to that. You may be bringing some of that yang active masculine energy into that. Okay. But it needs to complement. That's very important. It needs to not take you away from what you've already built. With that 10 of Pentacles showing up, it's saying something here is built and it looks good. We're bringing maybe some new fire to it. And so, whatever I do in between now and then, it's got to complement it. There's got to be something going on. The timing here, more than a year on something. Okay. You might be going through a longer term transit or cycle. I'm having the intuition, and you can connect with me because you and I connect and we collaborate on things. Um, Pluto and Mars may be involved in this for you, transiting Pluto and Mars. And maybe we need to take a look at your chart. Okay. Because there's more than a year of something going on here. But as you see, the way this planetoid is turning here, the sun or the star from the solar system is beginning to peak out with a bit of that fire here, a bit of that masculine kind of active energy. So I don't think it's something that you don't take action now. I don't think it's necessarily about doing more. I think you're going to have to be careful of that. I think you're going to have to be careful of, I just got to do more and more and more. I think you can build a lot on what you already have foundationally. But this is coming. It's not like it's kind of being eclipsed here. I bet the eclipses for you next year are going to be really powerful, you know, the eclipse seasons. So really mark those down on your calendar as big turning points. But I just feel like this, as this solar system rotates, which is your energy, is that sun is going to come out brighter and brighter and brighter. Not necessarily with doing more, but making really, really smart moves that are in alignment and that complement for you where you're going, and also honoring what you've built. I'm kind of getting the sense, and I just want to say this because I go through this sometimes too. Sometimes you have content and material that maybe you haven't thought about for a while that you could bring forward and repurpose. That feels like a smart move here to me. So I'm just going to bring that up. Maybe there's something You look through that you've done before and you kind of repackage it, but you're not reinventing the wheel. That's what it feels like. Oh, thank you, Maria. Yep, Philippe was the Sagittarius. Okay. Aisha Sharif, hello, and thank you for your patience here. You are new here. Welcome. Welcome to Creators on the Crest. Thank you to everyone who has newly subscribed. I am so excited for you to be here and enjoy the community that we have and that we're building because it's amazing. There are so many amazing souls in the creators community. You said Ahmad Hazim, I met him through a study group. What does he feel for me? Okay, we're going to go back to the Gilded Tarot Royale for Ahmed. What he feels for Aisha Sharif. A study group. How interesting. So that's a nice way to meet someone. Oh, okay. Let's get you a cosmic energy card to represent what the energy of this dynamic really is here. I don't know, Aisha, about you or Ahmed necessarily. I don't know your astrology, but there's a very earthy, earth sign kind of quality coming up here that could also represent that the connection you've made with Ahmed is endearing and it has the potential to be a bit longer lasting, although it does feel like it's very new, at least in this incarnational energy. I do think maybe there might be that feeling that you have that this is a kindred spirit or a soulmate kind of experience that you're having with Ahmed. And I think he feels that too. I think that's a part of the connection. But there's this desire and ability to let this grow very naturally, very organically. You got the Ace of Pentacles here. I feel like I love seeing the male stag here because I feel like that speaks to Amit's energy. He's a very grounding energy. He feels like very solid, like a rock, like someone who could really be a rock for you or really be a good, reliable person to you with this Ace of Pentacles. Now, the when the Earth energies come up in relationships, it can mean that things are going to take a little longer to get going, but once they're grounded in, they have the ability to last for the long term here. So that's very exciting. They're very, very much long term connection potential here with Ahmed. Seven of Pentacles comes up. So we're moving from the ace to the seven. So I think your connection with Ahmed is going to shift and change a lot. Possibly with this being the seven over the next 7 weeks to 7 months. Let's get it 7 months as well, because the earth energy moves a little slower, but it's creating a foundation. And this is really about what you want to nurture, nourish, and harvest with Ahmed. So, what I'm getting here with this Seven of Pentacles is for you to take time to get really clear on what has got you curious about Ahmed, and what are you attracted to, and what are the core principles that you really want to intend to gather and be a part of through this relationship with Ahmed, because it looks like it has really nice, solid potential, but solid structures have to be built smartly and they take time and patience. And so now's a really good time for you to kind of do that on your own self reflection to say, what is it I really want from Ahmed or in this partnership with him? Again, that soulmate quality kind of comes through. You got the divinity card. Every moment is filled with divinity. Cherish it. So you're meant to actually, as much as you have the spiritual connection with these pentacles coming in like they have in the earth energy, you're meant to also have a very grounded, enjoyable time with Ahmed and that energy, and to just enjoy it, cherish it for what it is. Let yourself be in the moment with Ahmed. Be very present and in the moment with this connection here. That's what's coming in so powerfully and so strongly. It does feel, yes, like there's that spiritual connection. And sometimes when there is that, it can get a little airy and we kind of get a little carried away. But these pinnacle energies are saying here for you to ground in your intentions, your desires, your energies, because this is a connection that does have potential for the long run. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. You're being so sweet in the comments. Everybody, thank you. I'm seeing that. I want to get to Lauren here. Lauren 9950. Okay, Lauren says, I really want to get into the sonography program. Do you see me going in 2026? I am finishing up my associate's degree in spring or summer at a different school. Well, number one, congratulations with that. That is quite an accomplishment, Lauren. And let's look into this sonography program in 2026. So you have another program that you're finishing up and you're wondering if you're going into this sonography program in 2026. Okay, okay. I also want to get the elemental oracle for you here because you're clear on, you kind of have 2026 in your mind here for the timing, but I want to get more of the energy behind it here. Okay. All right. I can see why you're asking this question. I think some of this is a bit shrouded for you. It's a bit mysterious. You're not 100% sure on this. The hanged man energy is coming in. And the hanged man energy, I also covered in the recent tarot and tea. It's a really great energy to work with right now during the mutable energies that we're dealing with. The hanged man can, and the very, I would say base level understanding of the hanged man can represent an energy that shows up as like indecisive and a little bit stuck or not sure, right? I'm not sure if I'm going to go into that program. But the hanged man, the higher meaning of the hanged man is that you're going through some sort of initiation, Lauren. Um, there could be something that changes for you. I think you're going to get another perspective along the way here. And I think that's why you might feel like, what is going to happen? Do I go that direction? Now, I'm kind of getting the vibe of like someone, a professor or an associate professor or someone that has noticed or will notice you over the next semester and is going to start to talk to you perhaps about some other pathways that you might take. The I do see, if sonography is where you want to go, I do see you finding a way to achieve that with the next card. So even if you feel stuck now, if you can understand that that stuck place is actually trying to get your attention with a new perspective, because the hangman is really an initiation in more and more into who we are, into our greater being. And so it's almost like your heart might call you elsewhere, and it might be initiated through some sort of connection, somebody who notices your studies or how you perform, and they want to talk to you about your options. Could be like a college counselor recruiting kind of thing. I don't know. Somehow something else is going to cross your desk. Now, you did get the Six of Wands. This is a card of success. It's clear that wherever you do put your energy and your attention, you're going to be successful. And if that's sonography, then that's going to work out for you. It's going to come together for you. This is a card of victory and success and being acknowledged. But I just can't help but sense there's something else here. There's other paths that may be opening up to you that you could take. If you can, with the hanged man energy, if you can take that not as a sign of like overwhelming confusion, but actually that your talents and abilities open you up to many paths. I think you'll be successful regardless of what path you pick. I think you're going to be successful choosing the path. And this time right now for you, you got number 38 and it says mystery and dark matter. Now, this is giving me kind of like a Scorpio vibe where you may have some energies or some astrology transits going on where you are to become more comfortable with not knowing for sure, right? Like 100%, I'm going to do that path. I started on September 1st, 2026, right? This is about you having a bit of a deeper exploration within yourself here. And 38, 3 plus 8 is 11. So working with the number 11 perhaps might be, which would represent to me the two ones having other paths open up, or the, if I see 11, I could see like there is a path that's going to open up here. And while that might feel to you a little bit like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know if I can take time to make a decision. I feel the anxiety and I feel a little bit of stress there around it. But if you allow yourself to explore these paths that are opening up, and really it's about what's going on outside of you with these choices is going on inside of you. You're exploring the depth and the mystery within. And there may be some parts of your gifts, your talents, and abilities that want to become apparent to you so that you're not even aware. Like maybe you're not even aware that this option that's going to come for you even existed until it comes for you. And I do think it's going to be, you're going to be, it's going on inside, but you're going to be hearing something from someone outside. I don't know if it's a different program or what. All right. So if you can get comfortable, I know it's hard to get comfortable when you're stuck and you're confused and you're like, this is my life. I have to choose a life path here, right? I have to choose a direction. I can see how that's confusing and it kind of gets you. But if you give it, and what I'm kind of sensing is like, I'm kind of sensing like by February, like something is going to shift for you or something's going to come to your awareness that's going to catch your eye. I think the sonography remains a path, but you may have another very strong, potent potential direction to go as well. And maybe, it'll be better for you. I think at the end of the day, what's going to be making the decision for you is not your mind. I think that's where all the confusion and stuckness and it gets all wrapped up in there. All right. It's going to be your heart. So if you can practice like feeling into it, like, okay, this is an option, sonography is an option, but this other thing popped up. Let me just get quiet. And where is my heart pulling me? Where does my heart pull me? Because the heart isn't bombarded with all the extra stuff, other people's opinions or this professor's idea or this is what you should do, right? You get a lot of that. And then you put more on yourself. This is about your heart making the choice for that. Your heart will not lead you in the right direction. Oh, no, rewind. The heart will lead you in the right direction because it's not bombarded with all of the extra things. And I feel that in your mind. I just feel like your mind is so overwhelmed and cluttered that it makes it hard for you to see what's opening in front of you. Okay. So that's just that mental noise energy, right? And if you're saying you've been experiencing a lot of setbacks. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Sometimes this happens and it happens at a time where we thought we had a plan and we were going one direction, but there's greater forces involved inside of you and outside of you that are going to call you to something more than sonography, I feel. So, I don't know there. I really sense like there's something more for you. There's something that's going to call to your heart, right? You can make sonography work, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe it's a different kind of program. Okay. So it's about your heart's desires, though. That's very clear in your reading that it's about where your heart is calling you. And if other doors are closing, they're meant to. Okay, they're meant to there. All right. Oh, All right. So I'm seeing a lot of other comments. I do not see any other questions. I want to, for everyone who joined today, mark your calendars January 11th and January 25th from 7 to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'll be back doing these mini readings. I want to thank everybody from the bottom of my heart for being here. I just absolutely love doing this and connecting with you all. Be sure to check out the other content on the channel, and I will see you all next time. Thank you so much. Bye.